Big up everybody. I'm gonna bring Uncle Rods in a minute. I just want to get a few things off my chest. I need to vent a little bit, just a little bit. Now, 24 hours have passed. 24 hours have passed since the screw job, and that's what I'm calling it, a screw job. I've had Man City fans. I have Man United fans who hate Liverpool on Twitter saying Liverpool got robbed. I had one of my best social media friends, Uncle Rods, who's going to be joining with us in a minute, saying to me he doesn't even want to review the Premier League anymore. He said he saw this coming years ago. And you know the thing about it? We knew we was going to get this stupid apology. Apology means nothing. Apology means nothing. Say someone breaks into my car, broke up my window, takes my things out the car, and then suddenly turns around and says, you know what? I'm sorry. It doesn't mean anything. Unless you're going to reverse the decision, sorry, you can take that sorry and stick it up your ass. Very simple. Very simple. Apology means nothing. Nothing. We all know it was an offside. We all know. And you don't even need the VAR to show you that. The offside rule in football is very simple. It's black and white. Very simple. And the first time in football history, the line wasn't drawn on Sky Sports, the line to show that Diaz was an offside. No line drawn. But it seems to me, this is what it seems to me, that there's an agenda against Liverpool. Wish Uncle Rods is going to go into it more in a minute when I bring him on. It seems like there's an agenda against Liverpool going back to 25, 30 years ago. And Uncle Rods knows this. Uncle Rod's been around a long time, got a lot of knowledge. I can learn a lot of Uncle Rods, and I do learn a lot of Uncle Rods. Big up to Uncle Rods. I'm going to be joining him in a minute. I know he's anxious to get in. I can see his face. He's anxious to get in. But listen, to all you Spurs fans, you stupid geeks, you'll always be in Arsenal's shadow. Always. You'll always be in Arsenal's shadow. You'll always be the dirt of North London. Arsenal will always be the king of North London. Always. So, we got Toto. Well, we got Toto Hammer. Big up Toto Hammer, and we've got Uncle Rods. Big up Uncle Rods. There you go.
Yeah, big up Arsenal FC, man.
Yeah,
big up Arsenal.
Yeah.
Big up North London, man. Big up Arsenal, man.
That's it.
Big up Arsenal. Listen. Big up Arsenal. That's my team.
Trust me. They'll always be in Arsenal's shadow.
Yeah, of course they would be.
Always. So we're going to be talking about what happened yesterday. First, we're going to talking about is the first yellow card for Curtis Jones. Now, what do you think about that, Uncle Ross? So personally, for me, it wasn't a yellow card.
The first yellow card. You got red card. You got straight
the
red.
First one. No, I'm not about.
Oh, yeah, no, you're right. You're right. Sorry.
First yellow card.
Yeah.
When what's his name? Adoogie tripped over his own laces, basically. Adoogie. A doggy.
Yeah, doggy. Snoop Dogg. What Snoop Dogg?
Snoop Doggy. So what do you think about these? What do you think about these Uncle Rods?
You see, what it is at the end of the day is this.
Yeah.
The challenge at the end of the day, right? If you was gonna give a card,
yeah,
you know what I mean. You know what I mean. You could have probably gone so far as to give a yellow card. You know what I mean? If he was, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
In no way I'm saying that and they sort of like, you know, he should have got a yellow card. But if he was gonna give a card, it should have been a yellow. Do you know what I mean?
Yellow.
Right? This is what happened, yeah? Right? Imagine this is the ball. Yeah?
Yeah.
This is the ball of it, right?
Yeah.
Curtis Jones, this is his foot coming in, yeah?
Yeah.
Basically, and then what he's gone for the ball, yeah?
I got the footage here, bro. Yeah. Yeah,
And
talking about it, I
ball
got the
is-
footage. There you go.
Yeah,
Keep
he's got
talking,
ball.
go on.
Look, he's gone over the ball. His foot
Yeah.
is on the ball.
Yeah, he slipped on the ball.
He's gone on the ball. So basically, what he's
Yeah.
done, his foot's gone on the ball, and it's literally sort of like rolled towards the guy's ankle.
Yeah.
So minimum contact at the end of the day, right, was like connected to his ankle. I'm not saying he didn't connect, but minimum contact, yeah.
His
Right?
minimum cut, and it wasn't intentional.
That's
He
what I'm
didn't
saying.
go there to do him over. He didn't go in there to do him.
Exactly.
He went in
So-
there to his foot rolled over the ball, and then
Yeah.
when his foot rolled over the ball, the
The
rest of his
the
foot touched his
momentum.
ankle. That was
It's
it.
the momentum that took him in. So
Yeah.
basically, number one, it wasn't malicious, yeah, and it wasn't intentional, yeah.
No.
When you give a red card at the end of the day, it has to be malicious, yeah, like malicious intent. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
To generally into the player or put
Yeah.
the player in danger. And
You can
two,
see
has
by
to
his
be
face.
intent.
You can look when you look at Roy Keane. Everybody knows of Roy Keane. He's the expert at doing people on the pitch. And when you go in for a tackle to go and do someone, sometimes you can see by the body language and you can see by the face. You could see when I watched it over again. Yeah, you could see when he went, he was trying to roll it back. He was trying to roll his foot back because he knew what was going to come. But if you look at that picture, you could see. Look at the referee's face. Look at the referee's face. He's getting enjoyment giving him that red card.
And you can see by that picture, you see,
Yeah.
this is the pictures that they didn't show.
No, they never.
What they did show at the end of the day was the contact that was made.
Yeah, when his foot was actually on his leg.
Yeah, and if what they did, they
Yeah.
freeze framed it.
Freeze framed it.
Framed it that it looked so bad. So what
Yeah.
I'm saying at the day is this.
Yeah.
A lot of people are saying at the day, VR in the game is
Yeah.
is good because obviously it's going to help with certain decisions and that. I rebuttal that. I push back in that. What I do say is at the end of the day, like what we saw yesterday, is VAR can be very suggestive.
Yeah.
It can show you what it
Subjective,
wants
yeah.
to show you.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm getting at?
Subjective,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? Because even Gary Neville come out.
Yeah.
And he was this Gary Neville, Man United supporter.
He hates Liverpool, by the way.
Hated
Yeah.
Liverpool at the day growing up, yeah?
Yeah.
Right? You know what I mean, right?
Yeah.
Even he was disgusted with it, and he said the
Yeah.
referee would ruin the game. And when they showed it back, Gary Neville said, he goes, why don't they show all of it? You can't
All of it.
show
I
that
remember
bit.
I watched it
Yeah.
live. I watched it live. I remember Gary Neville said, "Hold on, why the?" Because when I first saw
never
it,
knew
yeah,
the
I'm gonna
lines.
get on. Yeah, I'm gonna get onto the Jota one in a minute. But anyway, the Curtis Jones one. When they showed it, it was basically you saw the referee when he went over to the VAR. He walked over to the machine. He looked at the camera, and there was no movement. Usually, when the referee's deciding a decision in a football, you usually see the video.
Goes
But this
back
one,
and
it was
forth,
just a
back and
still
forth.
picture.
Yeah.
And I thought
know.
they're gonna do him. They're gonna do him, even though we shouldn't have got it. I said they're gonna do him, and I thought something was suspicious then. And I thought, what's going on? But when he got that red card, I was shocked, but I
But the
wasn't
thing
shocked.
is about it, what they do, whenever you see a guy,
Yeah.
a referee, go over to the VAR, they get called over because they literally
Yeah.
get called over.
Yeah, on
They
the radio.
They come and take a look at this. Come and take another look at this. Yeah,
They never
Right?
saw it, I heard.
Yeah, right. So basically, they'll get called over.
Yeah,
Whether it's like a penalty, whether it's sort of like reversing a red card or whatever it may be, they will get called over, right? So what will
Yeah.
happen? For a fact, once the referee
gets called over.
gets called over, it's not good.
No, and the thing about it, their apology, they gave some half-ass apology, which I don't really care about any of their apology. They come out and said that they were saying they didn't watch it.
Give me one second.
Yeah, it's all right. Toto, they were saying on the apology that they didn't catch, the one we're going to get onto Diaz in a minute, the Diaz one. They were saying after the apology that they didn't see it. They didn't catch it. So basically they wasn't watching the game at that time.
I know. And
This is the VAR people. This is the people who are supposed to watch all the game, frame by frame by frame. And they said the part with when Diaz ran when he was onside and they said it was offside, they said they didn't watch that part of the game.
I know it's unbelievable. This is why the VAR people. This is why if it's in the Premier League, right, you don't really trust. I don't really trust VAR in the Premier League. But the only time when VAR is actually fair is when it's cup games, World Cup, and Euros. Because all that VAR stuff, they're all run by the FA, English Football Association, POGML, FA. They're all run by all that. We're in the cup games in the World Cup. I still think the fairest referee I've seen is the World Cup final between France and Argentina. That is the fairest referee I've ever seen.
This is why
World Cup final.
This is why they don't use English referees in World Cups. This is why they try not use British English referees in the Champions League, because they are absolutely horrendous.
Yeah.
Most of them have never kicked a ball in their life. None of them. They know nothing about the game. They probably got bullied at school, so then now they're coming as referees to try and show some authority, and that's all it is. That's all it is. I wouldn't be surprised if that referee who gave the card to Curtis Jones is a secret Man United fan. I would not be surprised. He probably says he doesn't support Man United, but I wouldn't be surprised. But as I see it, you Tottenham dirt, because that's what you are to me. Because I saw a lot of the fan base, we deserve to win that. Listen, you stupid geeks.
I know.
You couldn't even beat us with 9 men. 9 men. You still couldn't break us down with 9 men. It's very simple, really. And this is what goes back to my point.
Because we played, at the end, we played a 5-3 formation. We didn't have no forwards.
No.
We just played defensive midfield. So we had no forward. We had 3 forwards, no forwards on, right? And Tottenham still couldn't take us down when we played a 5-3 formation with 10 men.
Yeah.
See what I mean?
Look at Musa Adams says.
Remember the game
if you remember the game against Chelsea, Liverpool forbidden and a clear penalty, Jackson.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah. Fact. That is fact. You see what it is, and it's sorry to cut you.
Mate, that's why I brought you on it, because I love your knowledge.
But I don't want to sort of like.
We're all talking. We're going to take it in turns. Yeah.
So, listen, what it is at the end of the day is this. When you look at certain decisions yesterday, on the game yesterday, I frozen, didn't I? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. It'll come back. Don't worry. It'll come back in. It'll come back in.
Probably come back in a minute. But as long as you can hear me, that's okay.
Yeah.
So basically, at the end of the day, what's actually happened at the end of the day is like, you look at the decision yesterday, and you can clearly see at the end of the day, right, there was like a vendetta against Liverpool.
Yeah.
And we've seen it at the end of the day. So like, ever since sort of like the game against the game against Newcastle and the game against Bournemouth, we've seen it. Do you know what I mean? Listen, I'm just going to refresh my computer and come back in, Yeah,
no problem.
Yeah,
as I see, before we move on to the next one, which is going to be the next one we're going to be talking about is the Tottenham. Now we're going to talk about the Diaz one, about the offside. Now, before we get into the Diaz, I just want to put a message to you Spurs fans. Listen, you got lucky. Okay, you got lucky. You'll always be in the shadow of Arsenal. You can rant and rave all you want. You can say that you're North London. You're not North London. Arsenal is North London.
Yeah.
That's why that big sign there that you can see at the bottom of my screen, what does it say? Tottenham will always be in Arsenal shadow. Very simple. They'll always be in Arsenal shadow.
Yeah.
And you know what? What I think? This is what I think. You know why Tottenham will always be upset? They come so close. Of winning the big one. But what happened? That happened. That's what happened. That's what happened. We won the 6th Champions League. That's what happened. Harry Kane standing there all gutted. That's why your man's gone to Bayern Munich.
Very simple, really. That's right.
The closest you'll ever get to a trophy is that. Harry Kane.
Only close I get to a trophy.
See how close it is to that trophy? See how close he is? Can you see how close Harry Kane is?
Yeah.
You're not going to get no closer than that, pal. No closer.
You know how close you are to a trophy? The Audi Cup and Target Cup pre-season trophies. It's the only trophies that Tottenham's going to win. Pre-season trophies. The Audi Cup and the Target Cup. What are even them cups, man? Pre-season trophies. They're all they're going to win.
Yeah.
That's all they got, man. And the thing is that when the last time they actually won a league title?
I don't know.
Probably since flipping World War One. Last time they won the league title.
Tottenham will always be in Arsenal's shadow.
Yeah.
Very simple. Very simple. Very easy. Very simple. Very clear. You'll always be in Arsenal's shadow. You'll always be in Arsenal's shadow. What you should have done, Tottenham fans, is come out and said, you know what? We were lucky to win that game. But you had some Tottenham fans coming out and saying you played better. We dominate you. We dominated Spurs with 10 men. 10 men. We dominated Spurs at the Spurs ground. Just like we smashed up Newcastle with 10 men. Yeah. But what made it more, this is why I'm going to take this as a positive. You have to take a positive. When you got a negative situation, you have to take a positive out of it. You have to. You have to. Now, the positive is that we had 9 men and Spurs still couldn't break us down. It's very simple. Spurs couldn't break us down and we had 9 men. 9 men. Now, we lost the game because of the referees' stupidity, the inept referees and VAR. That's the reason why we lost it.
Yeah. And
another reason why we lost it is because Matip obviously scored the home goal. Our player had to hand you the game because you couldn't do it yourself.
Yeah.
Liverpool FC have to take positive from this. I heard Man City fans, I heard Man United fans saying, you know what? Liverpool is going to be up there at the end of the season. Liverpool will be challenging Man City at the end of the season. Because you just look at Liverpool. They were dealing with Tottenham with 9 men.
Yeah, the thing is, right.
We should have won the game with 10 men, by the way.
Yeah.
We should have.
But the thing is, right, all these fans saying, look, in my opinion, even if you're a rival fan, you got to give credit where credit's due. You got show respect to your opponents. You know, some City fans show respect to their opponents. To me, I haven't really got a problem. You know what? I just think, right, you didn't even have to, you can be a Man United fan, you could be an Everton fan, but you got to admit, if you're watching that game, that is a blatant robbery. They even apologise. So it's blatant. It's not Tottenham saying, oh yeah, forget VAR, we won the game anyway. But it wasn't really a legitimate win. When would be a legitimate win, wasn't it?
A legitimate
it wasn't.
win,
yeah. It wasn't. But they still celebrate and acting like they've actually done something. You couldn't beat us in 9 men. Imagine what's going to be like when you face City with 11 men. They're going to get panned up.
The City, there was a City podcaster, a big podcaster, I got respect from, is a City fan. He said yesterday, Liverpool must take positivity from this game. They could not beat us with 9 men. We were dominating the game with 10 men at the Spurs ground.
Yeah.
At the Spurs ground. And you know what? Spurs will never get closer than a trophy than this. There you go. That's as close as a trophy you're ever going to get to a Champions League. That's it. That's as close as you're going to get. Harry Kane walking away, and that's how close you're going to get. There you go. How about that one? See? You're not going to get closer than that. So there you go, Spurs. That's why you'll always be in the shadow of Arsenal. Take that, bro. Take that.
No, it is.
I don't care. I don't care.
And the only trophy they're going to win
is
this 15 Target Cup.
We're the best. You know what? I think we're gonna challenge City.
You know what it is? You know
after that game yesterday.
I'll tell you what it is, though, big man. I'll tell you what it is, right? Is like systematically, and they've always tried to hold Liverpool down. You know what I mean?
It's not gonna happen.
I was thinking it, and I was thinking, look, you know what I mean? From, you know what I mean, the Aston Villa game.
Yeah.
That's a Villa game, you know. Tyrone Mings done some Jackie Chan thing with him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I know.
Oh yeah, nah, it was some Raiden, Mortal Kombat, man.
Well, trust me.
That
But you
flying kick, man. I know.
The thing is about it, imagine that day Gaffer lifted up his top and showed the referee the studs on his chest.
Yeah.
So he done that,
I know.
and he never even got a talking to. I'm gonna go to a deeper issue, right?
Yeah.
Deeper issue is how did Tyrone Mings and Dave feel it was all right to do that, and number one, and know at the day he's gonna get away with it. Now,
No.
this is what I'm saying where the corruption comes into sort of like the game, right?
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't be surprised at the day if certain officials at the day had a word at the day with, you know, Aston Villa's officials, you know what I mean, the people, and said, look, at the end of the day, right, Scousers ain't getting nothing out of this game. The most they're going to get is a point. Believe you me, it's a point, yeah? And what's going to happen is do anything that you want at the end of the day, right, they're not going to win the game. They're going to win the game because they don't like the Scousers. They like them, they like the Scousers at the day for a number of reasons. Because at the day,
I love Scousers. I know a few Scousers. I love Scousers.
No, but we love Scousers, of course, but they don't. But the fact of the day, right, is this, when you look at Tyrone Mings, when he done him in his bird's nest, right?
Yeah.
He was so like bold and incumbent, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he had this look about him at the day, like, say, well, I'm what? You know,
I know.
ain't gonna happen to me. And nothing did.
Yeah, it's like you knew. It's like you knew. Yeah, I'm not gonna get punished for it. Even after he'd done it, it was all casual.
That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah. And another thing as well, right? When they sort of like when Gaffer scored and everything that, and they said it was offside, check the excuse, and then they gave for the offside, and it was the biggest excuse ever. You know what I mean? Yeah. And a lot of people got to look at that. We have fans that got to look at that and to see at the end of the day what these people are doing when it comes to Liverpool. And the thing is about it is this, at the end of the day, right? We're in at the end of the day a league at the end of the day that's corrupt, because this is what I was saying today.
Corrupt.
I was saying yesterday that I was going to do Premiership games at the day. Still thinking about it, you know what I mean? So we will see.
I know you're going to do your cup ones though, innit?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But
we've got a cup one this week as well, so.
Yeah, I'm going to do that. But the thing is, what I'm going to do at the day, I'm going to do the cup game, the cup game, and I'm going to do a Premiership game, as well. Yeah. I'm going to show the people at the day the difference between the European game, and the Premiership game. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We as Liverpool Football Club see to get on better. You know what I mean?
That's why we always win the Champions League and the cups. Yeah. Because it's a different referee system. I know.
It's a different referee system, but a fair one.
Fair.
So the thing is,
you got a point.
The Premiership VAR, they're all run by the FA, English Football Association, and the POGMA. They're all run by that. So really,
bro, I'll tell you something. Sorry to cut you to. I'll tell you something, right? They'll tell you the difference at the day. They'll tell you the difference. When in Europe and in Europe, most of those referees and officials at the day, they haven't got a dog in the race. I.e., at the day, they don't support the other team.
Yeah.
They don't support any of the teams. So they really and truly, they couldn't give a damn at the day, right? What happens, as long as it's fair. You know what I mean? There's no biasness there, right? When you come to England now, right? Some of these guys that are referees and officials, some of them are Everton fans, some of them are Man United fans, some of them are Chelsea fans, some of them are Arsenal fans. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Some of them are Man City fans. They're fans of every team apart from Liverpool.
Yeah.
The only person today that you had that was closely associated, but I don't think he was a Liverpool fan, but he was associated, was Raya Rennie. Remember him, Raya Rennie, the black guy?
Yeah.
Now him and John Barnes, and they were friends. You know what I mean? They were friends. You know what I'm saying?
Johnny Barnes.
So basically, obviously, John Barnes played for Liverpool. That's the only association that you could have. But all these other guys at the day, look at the game at the day that we played Chelsea. I tell people, always tell people about this. We played Chelsea. Fernando Torres' first game. Yeah. This is a number of years ago. And you remember the day Fernando Torres and they stood up Howard Ben Ahim stood him up and just went past him like that. I slipped in the corner. You know what I mean, right? And we was winning 1-0. They could not break us down. Yeah.
No.
In the area, they get a set piece and a set piece. Lampard. That's why I don't like Lampard, because he's a cheat.
I don't like Lampard either.
No, he's a cheat.
And he was never as good as Gerrard either.
Yeah, he's a cheat.
Nowhere near.
He's got too much of that.
Too much. Do you see when he mouthed off to Klopp that time?
Yeah.
And he said to Klopp, "Oh, you don't give it the bigging because you won 1 Champions League and we've got 1 league."
Yeah, you're going to give 30. Take you lot to win 1 league in 30 years.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
At least we don't sports wash, do we?
Exactly.
Anyway, so basically, at the day, so what happened at the day, right? He's went from movement that he's like run rounds, obviously, you know, to get set piece, anyway.
Yeah.
He's run round in the day, right? And he's bumped into Steve Finnan. Now, Steve Finnan, let's go show how long ago it was.
Yeah.
He's bumped into Steve Finnan in the day, fallen over. Steve Finnan's fallen over.
Yeah.
Chelsea got a penalty. Yeah? Chelsea got a penalty. Later, we find out that same referee that gave the penalty, right, that same referee in the day, right, owns a building company, and that building company was doing work for Roman Abramovich.
Oh, there you go. See,
you know what I mean? And nobody can tell me in the day that's just coincidental.
You know what gets me though with all this about, and I'm going to go, but what happened yesterday and all that. So I'm going to get into the Diaz one with the offside. There's nothing really to talk about. We knew he was onside. They're basically putting out a statement now saying that they wasn't watching it at the time. That's what they said. The VAR people who's supposed to be watching the game by frame by frame by frame, they're saying that part with Diaz, they didn't catch it. They didn't watch it. They were said, "We're sorry, we didn't watch it." That time, the offside part where Diaz was supposed to be offside, which he clearly wasn't, they're saying we didn't watch it.
No, they said that they focus on watch the wrong person.
Yeah, that's it. Watch the wrong person.
They watch the wrong person.
How can they do that, though? That's the thing.
That was the thing what they put out today. You know what? I don't care about the apology. I don't care.
Who cares about the apology?
The decision to disallow the goal was a clear and obvious factual error. The PGMOL says, but the apology doesn't mollify Jurgen Klopp, who asks who does that help. We won't get points for it. See?
Exactly.
So what's the point?
That's all. This is all they do. They make clear and obvious errors in the day, right? And just come out and apologize for it.
I understand. They only do the apology. They only do the apology to try to cover it up. If you're not going to give my points, if you're not going to give my team points,
it was the same thing with Lewis Hamilton.
Don't even bother.
I felt this
and apologize.
I felt something.
So, you know what? We need to deep it. We need to deep it, really deep it. We should get 3 points because number one, at the end of the day, Curtis Jones should not be sent off.
No, we shouldn't have.
Right?
No way.
The goal should have been sort of allowed.
The Jota one, you know, Jota shouldn't have got sent off because Jota's the first yellow wasn't a yellow because the guy fell over his own laces. He tripped over himself, so he shouldn't have got a yellow. So the first one, okay, so when he did foul him, when he got that red, that should have been a yellow.
That should have been yellow. But the thing
that should have been a yellow.
You think we check it now and think that, right? Number one, DS goal at the end of the day, if that was if that at the end of the day, that should have been allowed.
Yeah, but Rod, the first, yeah, I know what you're saying, but you know when we were talking about the video footage, you know when we were talking about the video footage, you know when they said that Jota fouled that guy the first time when he first got the first yellow, when they played back the video straight away, you could see clearly Jota never touched him. Yeah, I was thinking, hold on, and it's Gary Neville. He didn't touch him. He just fell over. He just fell over and nothing got.
Well, how come? I think that's a bit stupid. I think that shows another point that we clearly got robbed. How can a guy fall over on his own and Jota gets the card? I know Jota was behind him.
He didn't touch him.
Not even just a hand. Not even just a hand touch. It was nothing.
You know what it was? At the beginning of this game, I remember I text Toto, I text Toto, this is before the game, Uncle Rods. When it came in that Man City lost, and I was looking at the table, and I was looking, right, if we win this game, we go top of the table. And then I thought to myself, something's not right here. I texted him, told her, because you know what? We're going down to Tottenham. You know how they look, they hate Liverpool. We're probably one of the most hated clubs in the Premier League, yeah?
Yeah.
They hate us. And I'm telling you now, I don't feel good. I feel like the Abu Dhabi 2021 when Lewis Hamilton was going for his 8th world title and they screwed him at Abu Dhabi 2021. And I said to you, Toto, I said, this is too easy. Something's not right. Something's not right. And Uncle Rod, I got that feeling before the game. That something was going to happen. It was a 5 o'clock, half 5 kickoff. It was too easy. It was too easy for us to go down there, score, and then go top of the table. I thought something's going to get in the way. But as you was watching the game, you can see everything unraveling in front of your eyes. I was like, literally shocked. I didn't even do the watch along. You know what I did? If you go back and watch my watch along, usually I'm sitting at the table and I'm watching it, innit? You know what I did? Before the game, because I felt something give me that something was going to go wrong, I went into the living room and I watched the whole game. Now, I didn't even sit at my desk. I just let my stream run because I knew something was going to happen. I knew it, man. I knew it.
When it went out, when sort of like, as you said, the Jota thing.
Yeah.
The Jota first one. I jumped up. When I saw the replay, I jumped because it happened so quick. So you kind of
there it is there.
Yeah. I remember.
Oh, that's a DS.
Yeah, he saw it so quick, yeah? But when I saw the replay, I jumped up and said, he didn't even touch him.
No.
He didn't even.
He's so quick.
Because
the ref was so quick to get the card out. He was so quick. Every single minute, if any incident occurs, he's got his hand in his pocket ready to get the card out.
Every time anybody went down, it doesn't matter, or someone got shoved, he was quick to put his hand in his pocket. He was quick to take out that card in his pocket. Quick. I'm surprised. You know what? Their mission was to get Klopp sent off. That's what their mission was. Because they wanted Klopp off.
Because two of the staff and Dave, from two of our staff and Dave, right, got yellow carded. Pep Linders and the other guy, he got yellow carded. Two of the guys got yellow carded. I think that. But what I'm trying to say is this, right? Yeah, it's that when you look at the situation today, that we should have won that game. Yeah. Right. And they did everything in the day to cripple us. That's what I'm trying to say. And this is what these Spurs numbskulls don't understand. No, but
I love that word, numbskull. My dad used to say that.
Some of them are all right, and I think that some of them are all right, but some of them are really not a real numbskulls, isn't they? Because the first thing that some of them that would do at the end of the day would actually go back and show the picture at the end of the day of like Jota with the high foot to Kulusevski's head, and say, oh, it's karma. Well, what they don't show at the end of the day, right, is before that, the same Kulusevski and they injured Luis Diaz in a tackle. That wasn't fair. That he should have got carded for. You know what I mean? He should have got red card for that challenge. You know what I mean? Yeah. And the referee knew at the day, right, that he messed up at the end of the day in that situation when what Kulusevski did to Luis Diaz. He knew he messed up. So what he did in there to level it up and everything, to level it up, he had to sort of like let that Jota thing go. Yeah. Let it up. Had he sort of carded sort of like Kulusevski at the end of the day, right? And Jota did that on another player, a different player. Like, Kulusevski would have been off. So basically, he did it another player. Trust me, the referee would have sent Jota off. I showed it up to 10 men each. He would have done that. You understand what I'm saying? But my argument is this, right? Is even with 9 players, they couldn't break us down.
They still couldn't break us down.
It goes to show how shit they are.
Yeah, that's another thing. That's another thing. All this controversy all the controversy was going on with this match. If you look, people forgetting how crap Spurs really are, like you just said. Because if a team's got 9 men and you're supposed to be this new Spurs team, what's going to go and finish top 4, which they're not going to finish in top 4, by the way. I don't think they're gonna. I
can't be Liverpool 9 men. I can't be.
I think if Chelsea, I got a feeling about Chelsea. I think if Chelsea, when they get all their injuries back, because I got a few people off injury, I believe when Chelsea get some of their players back, I think Chelsea's going to push a little bit more forward. I believe that Brighton might be up there, and I think Aston Villa is going to be up there as well.
Yeah.
I think Aston Villa is playing well, and I think Aston Villa is going to be up there. I don't think Tottenham's going to get in the top 4. I don't think they are. I don't think the team is that good, and it showed yesterday. They couldn't even break down a 9-man Liverpool. A 9-man Liverpool. We was dominating the game with 10 men. 10 men. We was dominating Tottenham with 10 men.
He takes the piss because what happens now and everything that, is that there was clear and obvious errors at the end of the day. You see, the thing is about this and that is this. If it was just like errors at the end of the day that we saw and nobody else saw, and if it saw, then you could probably say something. But the thing is about it, you've had Man United fans coming out. Some Man United fans coming out. There are some numbskulls at the end of the day that start running them out. Yeah? And there are some numbskulls and everything like that. Trust me. You've had Man United fans come out and say, Mark Grobridge,
Yeah.
Where I stand.
He said it, yeah. He said that we got robbed.
But he was doing a watch along yesterday. And I hear on very good authority at the end of the day, right, that he actually ended his stream.
He ended it?
I think when Jota got sent off, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I have to check. I think when Jota, it was when Jota got sent off.
Yeah.
He ended his stream.
Yeah, I saw his rant yesterday. He done a rant yesterday, a video. And he's a die-hard Man United fan.
Yeah, and he
said that Liverpool got robbed.
Yeah,
because Liverpool were the better team and they were better with 10 men.
Yeah,
I just don't understand the game of football. Right, it's all ruined, man. Everything's it's all down to the refs in control of the game, and the ref can just screw you at that split second. It's just it's unbelievable.
It's corrupt, don't they? And I'm going to speak with my friend, my pal, and everything. I'm going to get like an online I'm doing an online petition for reforms at the end of the day in the Premier League. We need reforms. Yeah. We need reforms because if nobody says anything, Toto,
you're just going to keep doing it.
It's going to keep on happening. Yeah. It's going to keep on happening. You know what I mean? So I will speak with him later anyway. I need to get a petition sorted out at the end of the day that everybody can sign, like an online petition for reform in the Premier League. You need Premier League reform because this can't go on.
No,
this can't happen in the day. We can't have like referees at the day, right, above the law.
No.
But what's happened to these referees at the
Oh, no, they do it. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
I can name a few referees, right? Simon Hooper's one corrupt. Paul Terry's one corrupt.
They're all corrupt.
And the guy called Anthony. Anthony's name is, I think.
This is why they don't have. This is why they don't have English referees in the World Cup, and this is why they don't have them in the Champions League. This is why they don't have them in the Euros, because English referees are absolutely rubbish. None of them kick the ball in their entire life. They don't know nothing about the rules. And the thing about it, when they do make these rules, and when they do break their own rules, they just come out and say, "Oh, we're sorry." It gets swept under the carpet. This referee, what happened? This referee from yesterday's game, all what's going to happen with him is going to miss 2 games and then he'll be back working in a couple of weeks. Nothing's going to happen. An apology is not good enough. I don't want an apology. I want the points reinstated. I don't want an apology. Apology is useless. I don't want a written apology. I don't want a face-to-face apology. I don't want nothing. All I want is the points. I think we should have the 3 points back. I agree with Uncle Rad. I think we should have the 3 points back. I don't care about the apology. It was the same thing with Lewis Hamilton's Formula One. When they screwed Lewis Hamilton, they said the same word, the key word, human error. They said the same thing about Lewis Hamilton. They said the same thing yesterday, human error. So they're acknowledging it, that it was their fault, but nothing's going to happen. No one can hold them to account. It's just a stupid statement. And then Sky Sports comes out and say, oh, they've issued an apology. It doesn't matter.
Come on.
It doesn't matter. Give us points. Don't even come out and apologise, man. I don't care about apology. I want points. I want either 3 points or 1. You know?
Yeah, let's get on to this last one. This is the last one before we wrap up. This is the Diaz, the controversial, Diaz. What do you think of these guys?
Bollocks.
I love it.
Right there.
Very
the
simple.
The second guy, that one there, the second guy.
You can see there, can't you?
He's the one that's playing Diaz onside.
Onside with his leg.
Yeah, he stretched out his leg.
Right there, I can see it.
Stretched out his leg.
Yeah.
Yeah. He literally played him onside.
Yeah.
And look where Diaz is. Diaz is behind the defenders.
Behind there.
You know
Right
what I
there.
mean? He's behind. So literally, he's come from behind the defenders.
Yeah.
Pause, right?
You can actually see it there, the line.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you know the thing about it, the first time in history since this technology come out that they never used the line.
They never use VAR at the end of the day, right? I know I'm telling my life, but they never use VAR. If you notice the day when we played Arsenal last season and Gabriel blatantly handballed in the area.
Yeah.
If you notice it at the end of the day, right?
Yeah.
They said that the VAR wasn't working at that time.
Oh yeah,
the VAR wasn't working.
Conveniently.
Yeah. So I'm saying this at the day, right? If the VAR wasn't working, then the game gets halted until you fix the VAR. If the referee's equipment at the day is damaged in any way, right? What they do, they pause the game and they either try and fix it or they get a new one.
I remember that one. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean, Toto? They do that, don't they? Innit? Yeah.
Yeah.
So why can't they do the same at the day for the VAR? All right, the VAR is not working. You know what? Why don't somebody think, well, okay, let's pause the game in the day, right? Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And just add it on, after. You know what I mean? Yeah. And fix the VAR.
Yeah.
If the VAR,
they would do that if it was Man United.
Yeah, but
that's someone else. Not us though. But we're the Scousers. They don't want to do it for the Scousers.
Another thing, if the VAR could not have been fixed,
yeah,
then you void the game. Void the game. You just say, look, at the end of the day, we have to reschedule the game.
Yeah, exactly.
Because VAR is a part of football now. Every single competition, even the MLS, even the Saudi Pro League, every single league I think of, there's always some kind of VAR in place of the game. That's a part of the game. Say if it's a penalty, right? Definite penalty, and the ref didn't see it. Yeah. That means people can assault people if the ref don't see it. Nothing goes on. You know.
Yeah, I know.
That's why protesting in games, VAR is a part of the game now. It's a part of the game, so you can't change that. Can't change that. And the VAR isn't broke. The VAR isn't broke because every time they had a VAR decision, they have never failed before. The next time the VAR is all of a sudden broke for this Liverpool game.
The whole system's corrupt. They didn't want us on top of the table. Very simple. That's what
they said in the day, right?
Yeah.
And they want to tell us at the day, right, that the Premier League at the day is fair. Yeah. And they want to tell us at the day, so like we shouldn't say nothing of that. How can you have like one of the biggest games?
Psychedelic.
At that time, because that Liverpool and Arsenal at the day was one of the biggest games of the season at that time. Yeah. Right. And how can you have that? And how can you have that? And they're telling you that the reason why they never gave that penalty in the day, right?
Yeah.
It's because at the day the VAR was broke. Okay. The VAR was broke. I'll give you that. But you know that now, don't you? You know that now, and that.
I heard there's audio footage which they're not sending out yet. What actually happened at the time of the incident in the game? They've actually got audio footage from the VAR people, which they're not releasing yet. And people are
have it all the time.
People are calling for the audio to be released into the public.
I'm online petition, mate. I'm sorry. Listen, I'm setting up. I'm gonna speak to my friend later. I'm gonna set up an online petition because this is ridiculous. It is ridiculous. Yeah. Why is it that we at the day have to go through this all the time? And then at the day, right? These other teams at the day will get one minor decision against them in the final. All of a sudden, it's
how many cards have we had this season?
Everyone's picking on us.
How many cards? Look at this psychedelic. Look how many. This is just in the game. 9 yellows and 2 reds yesterday. 9 yellows and 2 reds in one game. But how many cards have we had this season so far?
Oh no,
we must be about about 20. It must be 20.
That's
how many cards?
There's 9
yellows and 2 reds yesterday.
That's just Liverpool.
That's outrageous, man.
That was just yesterday.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what Liverpool. But remember the day, to show it, to make it look like some sort of balance at the day, you also gave gave out 3 yellow cards to to some Tottenham players to make it look like he wasn't biased, but he was. Do you know what I mean? 9 yellow cards we received. 9 yellow cards.
You cut the ref couldn't wait, man. All these refs, yeah.
So
You know what? It's not even just a handful. It's all of the refs in the Premier League. They're all. I don't know what it is, man.
Look what they said,
why?
Psychedelic.
Why is it so biased against Liverpool?
He said the officials have history with Klopp and the history with VVD. They all team up and take any chance to rattle us, as they know if we speak out of term, it's 100k fine, of course. Remember, it was Spurs' last game when Klopp celebrated in front of the officials and he snapped his hamstring. Yeah, I know. His hammy wet, man. Too. You need to drink some more water. Sky Sports have a ref show. They were revealed the microphone conversation with VAR. They will review the VVD card and decided the red card so quickly. It was crazy, as if they didn't even think about it. Yeah, I know.
Facts.
But it is what it is. That's it. I'm going to be heading off now. Thank you. I want Rods. Where can we find you, bro? We've got a few people in here now. So where can we find you, bro?
Yeah, man. You can find me at Anfield Uncle Rods. And there, contrary to the fact that I said what I'm going to do in the Premiership, I think I can probably still carry on. But like, I'll do it with a difference. It will be a difference.
Yeah, you're going to keep it.
It will be a different. But like, you can find me Anfield Uncle Rods on YouTube. Please like and subscribe. Okay. Also on Instagram, Anfield Uncle Rods, and on Twitter, Anfield Uncle Rods. And guys, make sure you hit the like button at the day for Solar P1's channel and also Total Hammer's channel.
Yeah, this is also on Total Hammer's as well.
Okay. You hit the like, and if you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button. Give some support, because this is a fastly growing Liverpool family, and then and we're all Reds, and then
Exactly.
And in these times, at the day when everything's against us,
we need to be together.
We have to sit together. So please,
we're not gonna go team happy. We're gonna stay together.
Yeah, I mean, so hit a massive like on the Solar P1's channel and on Toto Hammer's channel, and obviously at the day. So like, if you haven't subscribed, then what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button, man.
Exactly. What are you waiting for?
And it's free. You don't have to pay nothing.
And you know what? Before we head off as well, I want to say one more thing. Before I'm gonna plug you, Toto. I was listening to this Man City fan yesterday, and he's high up in the food chain. This guy's got a huge channel, massive, and he says to me, "We've just woke us sleeping giants. Remember that? We're the giants, and they've woke us up. You remember what happened at Arsenal when they tried to square it to Trent? Remember what happened at Arsenal last season? And now it was at Anfield when we was playing Arsenal. And after that, what happened? We won every single game of the season. This guy said, when Liverpool fans and the Liverpool Football Club think they're back, when everybody's against them, that's when Liverpool's at their dangerous. And he goes, Spurs might have made a mistake. That's what he said yesterday.
Bastards.
Go on, Toto. Where can we find you, bro?
Yeah, quick one, because you can find me on YouTube, Total Hammer. Did Getting a Toe podcast episode 1 today. So yeah, feel free to take my good mate on Twitter, Ty Cuthbert, really good at his craft, his driving. We both got the same ambitions to become professional in the future. So feel free to check that podcast out, building a community together. And go find me on Twitter at TotoHammer44. And yeah, man, that's sweet. On Twitch, TTV_TotoHammer. So go find me there.
Yeah, man. Psychedelic said, do you think we would have won that game if Jota didn't get sent off? I reckon Darwin would have finished them. They would have, because Darwin Núñez was about to come on, but as soon as Jota got sent off, he pulled him back.
Yeah, because remember at the day he was sitting on a chair, wasn't he?
He's ready to come on.
Yeah, when he's full kit, he was sitting on
he had his full kit on.
Yeah. They know at the day, Jota would have finished them bomb buckle out.
You mean Núñez would have?
Yeah.
Núñez would have finished them off.
Núñez would have finished them, would have done them.
Yeah, he would have lucky done Newcastle.
Yeah.
Geordie, what's up? Big up to the panel members. Yeah, big up Geordie, man. Geordie's a regular, man. Big up to the Geordie. Big up to the Geordies, man. Yeah. Big up. Anyway, I'm going to just say, I'm going to let you guys go. Then I'm just going to do my last speech, and then I'm going to start the video. So big up, guys. See you later, guys. Big up.
Yeah, big up, man.
Yeah. This is Solo P1. I just want to say a few more words before I leave. What it boils down to, yeah, Liverpool FC was robbed. Very simple. I'm not bitter. I'm just honest. We got robbed. We got robbed by the referees. We got robbed by Spurs. We got robbed by VAR. They said VAR wasn't working. VAR. And it was. They said they didn't catch the footage when the offside decision was given against Nunes. Not Nunes, we're talking about Diaz. But what it boils down to, Liverpool will come back stronger. We will come back stronger. All you've done, you stupid geeks, all you've done is woke a sleeping giant. When Liverpool fans and the Liverpool community and the Liverpool players and club thinks the odds are against them, that's when we are at our strongest. Quote, coming from a big Man City fan with a big platform, very big platform. He said to me, he said, I believe that Spurs have made a mistake and you have woke a sleeping giant, which is Liverpool. He believes that Liverpool is going to be the team to challenge Man City this season. And I tend to agree with him. I don't care if we get a DM or not. I don't care if we get a DM or not. I believe that Liverpool will challenge Man City for the title this year. Very simple. And all I can say to you, Tottenham fans, all I can say to you, Tottenham fans, that you will always be in Arsenal's shadow. You will always be in Arsenal's shadow. Tottenham will always be in Arsenal's shadow. You'll never be the team of North London. Arsenal will always be the team of North London. Very simple. Very simple. And the closest you'll ever get to a Champions League trophy is that. That's the closest you'll ever get to a Champions League trophy. Very simple. You can cry a river of tears. Cry a river of tears. That's the closest you'll ever get to a trophy. Never mind the Champions League trophy. Very simple. And that's all I got to say on this, man. That's all I got to say. Liverpool will come back stronger. They will come back stronger. And we're gonna and all I can say is watch out, Brighton. Watch out, Brighton. Because Liverpool are coming. Liverpool are angry and we're coming. And that's all I got to say. Big up to the community. Big up to everybody in the house. Psychedelic. I couldn't even see the goal was offside after 20 points. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna be heading off. That's all I can say, man. Liverpool was robbed. And the apology doesn't mean nothing. Unless you are going to give me the title back, unless you're going to give me my points back. 3 points, not 1, 3. They couldn't even beat us with 10 men. We were handling Tottenham with 9 men. And it took Matip to score in his own net for them to beat us. We had to hand you the game. You didn't take the game away from us. Remember that, Tottenham. And that only proves to me that you're not going to get in the Champions League. You will not finish in the top 4. Tottenham will not finish in the top 4. And your manager, the stupid geek, your manager, Vegemite, you can stick that Vegemite up your ass. That's where it belongs. Get some toast, put the Vegemite on it, and stick it straight up your ass. You coming out and defending all this. I actually had a bit of respect for the Tottenham manager before, but now I got no respect for the Tottenham manager. You can go and get that Vegemite, mate, and stick it up your hole. Because that's where it belongs. Very simple. So, I'm heading off now. I'm headed off, and I'm going to be headed off. I love you guys. Big up to everybody in the chat. I'm heading off. I'm just going to put the banner on for you guys to see. See you later, guys. I'll be back tomorrow. Anyway, I'll be back tomorrow for the Premier League wrap-up show. So we're going to discuss in all the Premier League games. I'll be back tomorrow. Big up, guys. Bye.